Boat work just never goes the way you think it's gonna go.
Today was supposed to be a day of rest. I have not had one bit of free time. It looks fixable. How much of a taskmaster you are. We're gonna have some days off.
While the riggers are working on our rigging, we are going to work on a couple projects as well. The first is going to be to plug this hole that is here, a drain hole in our compressor area. And the second is to unclog the sink in one of the heads. So Brown's got to get in the water for both of these, so he's going to do them at the same time, and hopefully all will go well. He does have to get between the boat and the wall, so I'm really hoping he doesn't get crushed.
I really need my back to get some exfoliation, so there's a two-pronged purpose for this. So anyway, give me the tape. There it is right there.
All right. Hey, you got the tools.
So we're doing two things here. We're
Rotor-rooter.
plugging the hole, and then we're gonna get that loose. Yeah, just put your finger in there. Just, I think this is gotta be good.
Got it. Now I get the right one.
Sweet.
So he's taping up the hole so that when he pours a Sikaflex or whatever he uses into the hole, it doesn't come out the bottom.
Thank you, honey. All right, Mr. Crab. Man, this is some muck.
Yeah.
So it's got to be this hole, right?
Yeah.
All right, you want to pour some water in there? Okay, go ahead and let it roll. All right. Keep going. Is it working?
No. Okay, going harder. Oh yeah, that worked. And so did this. Now there's no more water coming into the compartment, which is really going to extend the life of our dive compressor. So this is the downside of letting a fuel filter in your dinghy get rusted. Trying to get it off to make the change is really hard. Well done, you got it off. That was impressive.
It was very impressive.
I confess I was not hopeful.
Yeah. When you say when you do all the things you're supposed to do, like I don't feel like I could have done that any better, you know? Watch me.
Toss it into the water right now.
But I think my for once, I think my modus operandi was pretty good. So.
Now he's got the filter put together. He just needs to install it. Did you cut the hoses?
No, but I almost had to.
So this fuel filter is really important because if you get some bad fuel, this takes the water out of the fuel.
Or if it's raining and it gets in your carburetor, then you're screwed. Then you got a gummy carburetor. Your dinghy doesn't work.
I think we're very excited to get ourselves out of the Marina because
we're gonna have some days off. This is
we need a few days off. When you're in a marina, you work really, really hard to get things done because you have the resources around you, and it really makes sense to get as much done as possible. It's incredible how much work we've done in the past 6 days. We're gonna take some days off when we get out of here, but
it's incredible.
We do need to finish.
How much of a taskmaster you are? Yes. Yes. All right, let me wash my hands. Hopefully with the silicone grease it'll slide on that whole boat.
So today we've cleaned the back of the boat, done some laundry, we've cleaned our scuba gear, regulators, BCDs, we've cleaned our grocery bags. I mean, we've done yeoman's work. We've probably done like 3 days of work today that we would normally do if we're not in the marina, but it's our final 2 days of free water, or I should say just access to water. You know, free water doesn't really matter all that much. It's just not running the water maker. That's the key, so.
Erg! This calls for a quote from the famous movie Captain Ron. The marine diesel engine likes its oil like a sailor likes its rum. Arg!
Clearly we're losing it. We gotta get out of here.
So today was supposed to be a day of rest. I have not had one bit of free time today except when I was on the John.
Brown. We're taking advantage of having this space completely open, and there is some corrosion, which you can see on these fittings. So we're taking them off to rebed them. Okay, here we go. Okay, for this one I think we're just gonna choose the easy way out. We're gonna brace this up a little bit like that, and then clean under it and use the butyl tape to try and stop any water ingress. So instead of taking the whole princess seat off, which would mean 3 coming off. All right, we decided to do a great job instead of just a good job. So we are taking the screws out of each one so we can lift the 3 points of the princess seat, which is going to be better than just trying to do a half-hearted job on that one. So we're working on it. All right. So the princess seat is free, and now we have access to be able to clean under each of these fittings so that when we apply the butyl tape, it will stick. So, good job.
Charter company using silicone.
We love our charter company that we bought our boat from, don't we?
Guys.
Prepping the surface for this stuff is so critical. Using acetone, sandpapering, getting it nice and clean, and then we're going to taper the hole so that the butyl tape has a place to go once we drill back in. This has never been done. We've only rebed this front one, so the rest of this would have had to have been done in the next couple of years anyway.
You can see the corrosion in there.
We've got all the butyl tape ready, we've cleaned the surfaces, and now Brown's going to go down, and this is going to be the first one we screw in because that's fully from the bottom, not from the top.
Rest of there, putting that down.
Alright, we're almost done. Just need to screw these in, and then we're all set. Lots of butyl tape coming out. Well, that took a lot longer than we thought. We had trouble getting the bolt into that last stanchion. It took us about 45 minutes to figure that out, but we've got it, and it looks really good. Boat work just never goes the way you think it's gonna go. It always takes so much longer, and you always run into some kind of a problem. So we're glad we actually got it done. We should be able to get out of here tomorrow morning. We've got a few projects left in the day. The first one we are working on is our water maker leak. We're not sure where it's coming from, but we do see some rust here on the O-ring. It's usually the O-ring. if there's a problem. So unfortunately this O-ring is not available to purchase individually or separately, so we're just gonna have to clean it and try and do the best that we can. So first step is to clean everything up and look at the O-ring, see if there's a split in it. See if there is a split in the cap.
Raw seawater is pumped into the water maker via this boost pump right here. So it's exposed to raw seawater all the time. And it looks like it's just got a little squirrely. We have some corrosion, so we really got to clean all that up and get rid of the corrosion. I mean, look at some of it on here. And then we're going to reseat this using some silicone grease, which is going to help the connection and keep it from leaking. It's kind of the magic that you use on O-rings to really make them work the best. So that's the plan. Looks like the O-ring's intact. It looks fixable.
Brown's trying to clean up all the rust that's there. Maybe the rust buildup is pushing on the O-ring, which is creating the leak.
Let's keep it from sealing correctly and keeping the O-ring from seating properly in the spot that it's supposed to go. I just washed out a bunch of it, so putting this anti-rust compound. This is like really coming off. This is where the O-ring attaches, so this is gonna really be clean. Really good about the repair. I mean, it is pristine now. Like,
great job, honey.
I even used 600 grit sandpaper on it. Wow. Scotch Brite.
Wow.
Anti-corrosion. I used the pick, like the dental pick. And then Sil Glide Magic Silicone for many things on the boat. Prevents rust and works really well. Supercharges O-rings. So.
And that is the best O-ring kit. We've talked about it in a previous video. You definitely want to buy this thing, even if it's just for the pick to get the
right, exactly.
O-ring out. But this is a fabulous kit found on Amazon. All right, this is one of the greatest benefits of this marina and Carrefour is you can roll your cart straight to your boat. Oh, it is so nice.
There's about 1,000 pounds worth of stuff in this cart.
It would not be a whole lot of fun if we had to put this in a dinghy right now and go back to our boat by dinghy. Oh, there's our boat. And here we go. So convenient. Gotta love it.